Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the NRW where nerds rule the world. I'm Heather Hurt. That's Kuya P. I usually do a really bad pun here, but we're going to talk about something serious. So let's just get right into it and talk about Hurricane Katrina, Race Against Time.
If you're still hearing us and you haven't left yet, please leave. I hate to say this, but I just don't have enough body bag.
It's a hardcore way to kick it off.
The calm
It is. It really is.
Is deafening.
As Hurricane Katrina was approaching, we knew this was going to be a catastrophe.
I didn't want to leave because I didn't know what we was going to be coming back to. I just was praying.
There is a house and
People won't realize how big Katrina was.
It's too big to turn. It's gonna hit us.
they call the rising sun.
It's not a normal hurricane. Something's wrong. And my heart just sank. We have a breach in the levee.
We have rain inside the Superdome. I repeat, rain inside the dome.
In 3 minutes, it went from the ground to the roof.
A lot of people suffered, and a lot of people suffered needlessly.
Just let me know y'all living, you heard me?
People coming out of one bad situation, but they didn't know they was coming to another hell.
We expected FEMA to come in, but there was no help.
I told the guys, go find whatever boat you can find. We went and did what we had to do to try to save people's lives.
This community was not wanting to go out and just loot. There was people trying to survive.
You got a government. What is they doing? Sincerely.
That's not something you ever want to do, to tell the troops to shoot civilians. Governor, that's your people.
They just let us down. To them, we wasn't even human no more. But people from New Orleans, we knew how to survive. And it's supposed to be the greatest country on the planet.
In order to prevent something, you got to understand why it happened in the first place.
There is a house and you all the
Hurricane Katrina was one of the most devastating natural events to hit the United States, with over 1,800 casualties. For those that they knew, there were, of course, that was a lowball number. They're thinking that there might have been more, and over 108 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars, US dollars in damages. It went from a hurricane, a grade 3 hurricane to a grade 5 in a matter of hours. It was, luckily enough, it hit 3 before it touched land, but there were still a lot of absolutely detrimental things that could have been avoided, that scientists had been warning about for decades, that could have helped reduce the damages from the hurricane, but caused devastation that you can still feel to this day. It took place between August 23rd and 31st of 2005, and of course this year with the 20th anniversary, even though there's nothing truly to celebrate here other than the absolute bravery and survival nature of those in New Orleans. It's really hard to watch some of this, but we got a lot of brand new footage that many people have never seen before from Hurricane Katrina, and that is all in this 5-part series from director Traci Curry. This review is going to be an interview. Could be an interview about Hurricane. Sorry. This review is going to be kind of different than what we normally do. There's no plot. Hurricane Katrina and the devastation is the plot. I'll go into a little bit after we talk, when we get to my review. I did talk a good bit about this during our weekly last week, but I'll kind of go into the benefits and the reasons why during my review. Kuya P, let's give you your chance before I word vomit. So what were your thoughts on this documentary?
Happy to see it made, in them reaching out. We work with Nat Geo quite a bit. We're big documentary fans, if you will. So this one was special to see, especially it being on the 20th anniversary, providing awareness, because I'm sure people as well that were affected, and also just what this government has been doing to help, not help, if you will. And it's so important that things like this, like it was said in the trailer by that gentleman towards the end, it's important we see stories and are reminded of stories like this so we can stop these things from happening again. So I was very happy to have this come across our desk. The people behind it, Ryan Coogler, we know we love Sinners, his top film this year, but I'm glad that we're seeing other projects like this that he helped put his stamp on to just create awareness and using his stardom and ability to help create awareness. Shout out to your interview with Tracy Curry and one of the participants, well, the survivors, excuse me. But he is a participant in the documentary, for you to talk to them and help, again, get these stories out there. And I think that's just what is the main thing about, what our coverage and review will be on this, is that we need to remind folks so we can stop these things from happening again. So I was very happy that this came across our desk.
Absolutely. And as KP said, I did get to speak with Tracy Curry, the director, and I spoke to Shelton Alexander, who was you actually saw him in the trailer, or when he was saying that there's water coming into the Superdome. It was thanks to the footage that he had. He was, at the time, he was a slam poet, so he was basically filming his life. And so in so many ways, we were very lucky to have that found footage, and that's what helped make this documentary. Tracy Curry was an absolute wonder to talk to her. And one of the big things was because I got to learn a little bit more about this. QUP and I had nothing but positive things to say. We both binged the crap out of this series. It's really, really good. It is currently on Hulu and Disney Plus. You can, of course, watch single episodes on Nat Geo if you still have live TV, for those of you who do. But one of the big important questions I asked from Tracy is, I did not realize it was the 20th anniversary, of course, when I was talking to her. But I asked her why, after all these years, why would we still want to be talking about this? And one of the big things that, even though it takes years upon years to make documentaries like this, I asked her, why would you want to put this out now? It's been decades since this happened. Why put this out now? And her response is because we are seeing a lapse. We are seeing a return. We are seeing things that happened before come back. Now more than ever, and QP and I, of course, are very progressive. We are left leaning, but we're also seeing things that we are very willing to call out from the right now. One of the big ones being the absolute destruction of FEMA. It was because of Hurricane Katrina. Yes, FEMA's reputation was devastated by their reaction to Hurricane Katrina, but a lot of policy and legislation was put into place. In turn, FEMA was not a first responder before Hurricane Katrina. After Hurricane Katrina, FEMA became a first responding organization at the federal level. Christy Nome, it is the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Remember that. But it's was one of those where it became a first responder. Hurricane Katrina changed a lot of legislation for emergency management, including things like pets. Pets were not permitted to go on evacuations before Hurricane Katrina. After Hurricane Katrina, approximately 70 to 150,000 animals lost their lives during this event. It became strongly advised that pets are taken with you during evacuation because of the emotional and mental toll on families. It's a devastating image of a young boy having his dog ripped away from him, and that came from Hurricane Katrina. So what we are seeing misinformation at the same level that was before this to break apart needed and important legislation and scientific evidence again. Originally, this documentary was to shine a light with new evidence. Now it is being used as evidence to expose the problems that we are having at our federal level. This was devastating. I thought this documentary was phenomenal in every single way. It was emotional. It was everything it needed to be. I absolutely loved it. Some very honest words. There were some in here that just said exactly what they needed to say. They were yelling at the oil industry. They were yelling at the fact that we should have known this and that we should still be aware of it. I absolutely love this documentary. And I'm going to close it out before I say much more. QUP, final thoughts.
Well said. I would bold, underline, and co-sign and stamp my approval to everything you just said, Heather. For me, real quickly, again, beautifully shot, well done, all the participants. I'm glad they didn't hold anything back. I was loving the army general that was being very outspoken about his feelings towards the governor and his treatment and trying to create, and do what he could do with his responsibility. Just so many well said things. I'm glad no one held anything back. It's the feeling this invoked out of me was anger. I have to say that again, like, you've already said, we continue to do this. And like Tracy Curry said, why this is coming out, because we are not learning these lessons. So it just made me angry to see that we've gone so far 20 plus years now, and yet here still we are. But it is so very important. And so I'm thankful that this exists. And it should be a healthy reminder to everyone to continue to fight. It's so well done. It's also crazy how technology has come along so much that this captures so many different things. So I really appreciate that the crew behind this, Tracy, her whole team, got so much great footage to the participant that you spoke with, the survivor, to have his footage, everybody that helps contribute to give you kind of like a full scale awareness of everything, just really draws you in. And it's such a well done documentary. But yeah, I hope this makes people angry like it did me, but I also hope it also inspires change and motivation to just do good, do well, and help our fellow man, because that's how we survive situations like this.
Absolutely. And I do want to do a caveat there. What we saw and hear, the changes that were made because of this, we aren't stuck. We're going backwards. We're actively going to before these. That's the big problem with this. And I think we are going to see some devastating things over the next couple of years, thanks to we literally had the head of the EPA say that they are pulling back legislation and regulation because it is in the way of corporate advancement. And that's exactly why this happened. So not to get too much further into that, Hurricane Katrina is Race Against Time is available once again right now on Disney Plus and Hulu, or Hulu on Disney Plus, however you want to say it, and Nat Geo at this time. Please take a look. It's honestly probably one of my favorite documentaries this year. Please go watch it. We're just getting lots of great stuff in July. And with that, if you like this, if you disagree with me, I will argue my way. I will argue with you every day if you want in the comments. If you enjoyed this document, or if you've already seen it, tell us your favorite part in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share, all those things, and we will talk to y'all soon.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Nerds rule. Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy QUP, Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.